Good evening, I'm Matt Woodman. This is CTV News at 5. Tonight, 1 year later, a look back at the wildfire response and recovery in Jasper. Councillor Comeback, a former council member, joins the race to become Edmonton's next mayor. And Ferris wheel fundraiser, why a man is rounding the same ride at K-Days for more than 2 days.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Matt Woodman.
It's been 1 year since lightning strikes ignited a wildfire that overwhelmed the town of Jasper, burning through a third of the community. Recovery is a complicated work in progress, and a recent report on the fire has fueled political tension. CTV's Jeremy Thompson reports from Jasper tonight.
The glow from the fire that hit Jasper was visible more than 80 kilometers down the highway that day. A wall of fire Parks Canada assessed at 50 meters high, propelled up the valley from the south by dry conditions and strong winds.
As the incident commander for the municipality of Jasper, I do believe there's nothing we could have done. There's no amount of resources or firefighters or air tankers that could have stopped that fire.
Crews tried to stop it. Fresh fire breaks, sprinkler systems, and teams on the ground couldn't stop homes and businesses catching fire from flaming debris raining from the sky.
You're always going to have an ember shower. Ahead of that fire will come the flying debris that will ignite something in your yard, something on your property.
Jasper is reviewing how the fire response could have been done better. An after-action report commissioned by the town and authored by 2 consulting firms was published last week. One small section suggesting the province disrupted the focus of incident commanders caught the ire of Premier Danielle Smith.
It took place in a federal park, and it was a federal Parks Canada response. So whatever it is that they are trying to do to deflect blame, I'm not impressed with it, and I would ask for an apology.
We have always acknowledged our gratitude to the province for the support that they have provided.
No apology from Mayor Richard Ireland, instead offering a clarification.
It was not intended to ascribe blame, and it does not ascribe blame. It describes circumstances.
The Premier also criticized Parks Canada's forest management before the fire, calling the efforts poor.
Parks Canada maintains it has been properly managing fire risk in the forest around Jasper. This is one of the areas where crews have cleared out certain trees and a bunch of other fuel. It is expensive work, and Parks Canada staff say it's a fine balance between public safety and keeping the area natural.
We did have a lot of fire risk reduction work on the landscape prior to last summer's fire, but the month of July last year was simply off the charts in terms of the hot, dry weather.
Officials with Parks and the town say the most practical improvement to reduce damage next time around is to get more people to fire smart their properties. Rebuilt homes will do that by default. The fire department is also rolling out a residential sprinkler system to be activated when the fire risk is high. In Jasper, Jeremy Thompson, CTV News.
The Insurance Bureau of Canada is asking the federal government to lead talks with provinces on disaster recovery. IBC says as of July 7th, officials have only issued rebuilding permits for 56 of the 358 buildings that burned down in Jasper. That's much slower than after the 2016 Fort McMurray wildfires. Part of the complication is the added regulation from the town being in a national park. IBC says a lack of coordinated and standardized response is also an issue. The Bureau says delays are becoming an issue after large-scale natural disasters. People in the town of Slave Lake are being told to prepare for an evacuation due to an out-of-control wildfire that's burning nearby. The fire is about 20 kilometers north of Slave Lake on the east side of Highway 88. The entire town is on an 8-hour evacuation notice. People in the MD of Lesser Slave River are on a 4-hour evacuation notice. That includes people located in the hamlet of Martin Beach, Summerwood, Township Road 740, and Gilwood Golf Course. Alberta Wildfire says rain and cooler temperatures are helping in the fire fight. Across the province, there are 62 wildfires burning. 16 are considered out of control. Two-time former city councillor Michael Walters has entered Edmonton's mayoral race. Walters served on council from 2013 to 2021 until he chose not to seek re-election. He says he's interested in the mayor's chair so he can tackle the city's housing supply, affordability, safety, and city service efficiency. He says expensive construction projects with long timelines have become normalized. Walters says since he left City Hall, politics has become more polarized. He says he wants to make a place for people in the middle.
I think we need to depolarize, and that's my skill, is fundamentally looking across at people who are different than me, who think differently than I do, and finding some common ground.
Tonight on CTV News at 6, more on what a crowded candidate list could mean for Edmonton's mayoral race. Edmonton has reported 2 more confirmed cases of measles over the weekend. It brings the total number of cases in Edmonton to 16. That number is still the lowest in the province. The north and south zones each recorded 22 confirmed new cases over the weekend. Calgary added 1 to its total. The number of confirmed measles cases in Alberta has surpassed the 1,400 mark. A man in Edmonton is spending a little more than 2 days on the Ferris wheel at K-Days, only getting off for bathroom breaks. CTV's Amanda Anderson explains how he plans to pull it off and why.
Chris Sheets is taking his love of amusement park rides to new heights on this Ferris wheel.
I didn't think I'd be nervous. I love rides, but I watched it doing a little bit of warm-up today, and it's moving fairly quick, and it's rocking back and forth. So
once the Ferris wheel gets started, Sheets is in store for the longest ride of his life. It's here he'll spend 54 consecutive hours.
This will be good to start 54 hours nice and soggy.
He's only allowed a 5-minute bathroom break each hour, and even when K-Day shuts down for the night, this is where he'll be.
At 11 o'clock, they're going to kind of keep me up in the air, and I'm just going to hang out there, literally hang out, and wait for it to start again the next day.
Not only does he hope to break the current world record of 53 consecutive hours on an amusement park ride, he's raising money for Alberta Dreams, an organization that provides wishes to kids with severe chronic or life-threatening illnesses.
Consecutive hours might probably get a little bit difficult, but again, the children that are going to be riding with me that we've had a chance to help through Alberta Dreams, their lives are always difficult, so 54 hours will be nothing for me.
The Otar family joined Sheets on the Ferris wheel for his first few rotations. Evie, who has cerebral palsy, was granted her wish for a swim spa last month.
To get her into a hot tub is just an out-of-this-world experience for her. She can relax. She, can be free of gravity for a little bit, and she actually sleeps really well that night, which is really rare.
They hope to raise $54,000 to help grant 50 wishes this year.
People can come and they can ride with me. Of course, they can donate and show their support here on, and they can also go to albertadreams.ca to contribute.
His 54-hour ride will come to an end on Wednesday at 5 p.m. Amanda Anderson, CTV News, Edmonton.
Well, Corey's got a little bit of cover there on that Ferris wheel. I imagine he's hoping for some drier conditions tonight during his first sleep up there.
Yeah, and it looks like we'll dry out a little bit tonight, and tomorrow he'll be under sunny skies, so an improvement weather-wise, at least as far as the rain is concerned. Much needed moisture, we'll take what we got, but now we are going to start to see things clear out and break up. As we take a look at currents right now, we are at 13. Wind coming in from the north, 13 kilometers per hour. Still a little bit gusty at times, but it is starting to ease up. Still fairly cloudy, although to the north, the cloud is starting to break. Let's take a look at the almanac for today. We did make it up to 16. That was earlier on, and then our temperature dropped a bit. It started to rebound a little bit as the rain has kind of come to an end and pushed further south. We started off with a low of 10 degrees. As we take a look at the satellite radar, some clearing in the north, still a lot of rain from our region south, a lot of lightning popping up on the map, but the rain really has eased in our region. It's easing up towards St. Paul as well as towards Whitecourt. And then to the south, it's continuing to push and rotate clockwise. As we take a closer look at Edmonton, to the northeast, we're seeing some sun come through. And as we go throughout the rest of the evening, we will see the cloud break a little bit more so as we go throughout tomorrow. Lots of sun as we get into Tuesday afternoon. Overnight tonight, we'll start off at 9 degrees, wind light. For tomorrow, we are looking for a high of 20, possibly 21. Lots of sun tomorrow afternoon. So as that Ferris wheel goes around, the conditions are improving as he continues into his journey there. Bye.
All right, Corey, thanks very much. Coming up next on CTV News, Kid Co-Commanders. 2 10-year-old girls join the ranks of the RCMP for a day.
The gift is from these little girls, the gift of strength, the gift of resilience, the gift of hope.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
You're watching CTV News at 5.
The Premier is condemning the alleged surveillance of an Alberta journalist. Details were released in a Globe and Mail report today. CTV's Evan Kenny joins us now in studio with the latest. So, Evan, what does this report say happened?
Matt, the Globe and Mail says journalist Carrie Tate was followed and photographed without her knowledge, and those photos were posted on an anonymous X account. Tate has published multiple stories about former AHS CEO Athena Mentzelopoulos, alleging she was fired for investigating private health care contracts. The pictures of Tate were posted by an online account called The Brokedown. They included images of her meeting with 2 former political staffers in Smith's government. CTV News asked the Premier about the article today.
I condemn it. No one should be harassing anybody, and I don't comment on sock puppet accounts. I have no idea who's behind it, and so if there's criminal harassment, I hope that the RCMP finds them and punishes them to the full extent of the law.
The Globe and Mail says attempts to interfere with legitimate news gathering is an attack on the public's right to know. And it says, quote, whoever hired this person or people to conduct this surveillance is clearly motivated to put a chill on Miss Tate and anyone who might be thinking of speaking with her. The X account where the photos were posted was suspended last Wednesday. Matt.
All right, Evan Kenny live in studio tonight. Thank you. More than 140 candidates will be squaring off against Pierre Poilievre in next month's by-election for the federal riding of Battle River Crowfoot. While the majority are protest candidates, some believe they have a real chance. CTV's Merrick DeCash spoke with a few of them.
Running against the federal conservative machine, a tall task for independents like Bonnie Critchley.
It is very important to me that Battle River Crowfoot gets to have a voice in Parliament.
Critchley's run triggered by the resignation of the riding's former MP, Damien Currick.
When Damien asked us for a mandate, we gave him one. And then he turns around and says, I don't want that. Let's bring in the angry guy from Ottawa instead. And that just didn't sit right with me.
Currick won the riding in April's federal election with more than 80% of the vote. A few weeks later, he stepped aside so Pierre Poilievre could run after the Conservative Party leader lost his Ottawa riding in April. Now, Currick serves as Poilievre's campaign manager.
My wife, Danielle, and I decided that this was a way that we could serve our country, serve our province, and serve this region to ensure that those values are fought for by the Pierre Poilievre being back in Parliament as Leader of the Opposition.
Sarah Spanier is also an independent candidate who doesn't want to see Poilievre represent this riding.
I think it shows fear. If he's coming to the easiest riding, as we are labeled, he, in my opinion, doesn't feel like he can go secure that anywhere else.
She knows it's a long shot, but she believes beating Poilievre is possible.
When we get into a conversation and they actually take the time to listen and hear what I'm saying, it has turned into signatures. So I just have to do that 100,000 times in a month.
Some riding residents are divided on the effect candidates like Spanier and Critchley will have.
Absolutely, they stand a chance. They stand a chance to not get Poilievre elected. It worked in Ottawa. It would work here, I hope.
It's conservative. This is a conservative, but not totally crazy area.
Critchley thinks that may not matter.
82% of the voters voted for Damien. They didn't necessarily vote for the Conservative Party. They voted for the local guy who showed up for them.
Voters head to the polls on Monday, August 18th. Merrick DeCash, CTV News, Camrose.
2 10-year-olds are acting as co-commanding officers with the RCMP today and tomorrow. Janine Witch from Fort McMurray was test driving a robot as Tessa Booth from Lloydminster took a ride in a helicopter. The pair were selected for this experience by the Kids with Cancer Society. Janine and Tessa both enjoyed using different pieces of police equipment at a hangar at Edmonton International Airport.
What has been your favorite part so far?
Flying the drone.
Flying the drone? And why was that your favorite part?
Because it actually felt like I was like wearing a jetpack and I was flying. My favorite part was probably the robot thing.
What did you like about the robot, the bomb robot?
I liked how I could control it and it goes fast.
It starts out as a gift that we think we're giving to these children, but I look at you and all of you here, all of these members here, the reaction. The gift is from these little girls, the gift of strength, the gift of resilience, the gift of hope.
The pair wrapped up their morning by boarding a plane bound for RCMP headquarters in Regina for a sleepover. Still to come tonight on CTV News, Corgi competition. The title's on the line at a friendly dog contest in Devon.
The fun and the cuteness overload continues to grow every year.
Programming brought to you by Federated Co-ops. Find your summer sweepstakes. Unlock your chances to win at your local co-op.
A Borden pool has been delayed again. The pool was supposed to open today. It will now open tomorrow. The city says this time the weather is to blame. The pool was originally scheduled to open back in June until a small leak was found in one of the pool basins. The pool in Borden Park is Canada's first public man-made natural swimming pool. It's clean using natural filters instead of chemicals. Not exactly the greatest swimming weather, Corey. The weekend, weather was kind of hit or miss and kind of gloomy out there again today.
Yeah, but we do have some swimming weather coming our way. So tomorrow, you want to meet at Borden Pool before the newscast?
Yeah, I'll wear my swim trunks under my suit. I'll be all ready to go.
The weather for tomorrow does look a lot more favorable for that. Right now, you are taking a live look through the Action Furnace River Valley Skycam. Action Furnace fixed right or it's free. It's 13 degrees. We've seen our temperature rebound a few degrees since the last hour. As we take a look at the daytime highs, today it was 16, so well below our average seasonal high. Average seasonal high for today is 24. We were right around that yesterday, Saturday below, Friday above. So this month we've seen 6 days below average seasonal high, 8 around average, and 7 above. So the weather has been fairly up and down throughout much of the month, and we're going to see it kind of climb over the next few days. As we take a look right now at the 10-day trend, tomorrow 20, 21, and then we get into the mid-20s for Wednesday and Thursday, falling a little bit as we get into the weekend, but next week we could see temperatures climb into the high 20s, possibly around 30 degrees. Temperature right now, we are at 13, Cold Lake 18, Fort McMurray 16. No one really that spectacular right now as far as temperatures. Red Deer a bit on the cooler side at 12, Calgary 18, but tomorrow we will see a bit more of a transition into warmer temperatures for much of the province. That warm air will come into the north. We're already seeing some clearing in the northwest corner of the province. Out towards Whitecourt, Hinton, still some scattered showers. That's the case for St. Paul, but almost done with them there. And the rain and showers continuing to push south. Red Deer towards Stettler, seeing some storms in the region there. A lot of lightning popping up on the map. For us, it looks like St. Albert might be seeing some light rain right now. But the cloud is starting to break a little bit, and it will continue to do so, but more so as we go throughout tomorrow. So a little bit of a break in the cloud throughout the evening and overnight period. 14, wind becomes light. We'll start off tomorrow morning at 9, and then a high of 20, possibly 21 for tomorrow. Mainly sunny as we get into the afternoon, and the wind should be light as we go throughout the day tomorrow. As we take a look at Wednesday, a little bit more cloud, 25 into the afternoon, a slight chance of scattered showers, only a 30% chance, and then Thursday, a high of 27. Later Thursday, there's a risk that we could see some scattered thunderstorms, so slight chance of that late Thursday, and then Friday, right around average seasonal high with a high of 23. As we get into the weekend, a little bit cooler for Saturday, a little bit warmer for Sunday. Looks like a slight chance of late showers on Saturday, but it does look to be a little bit drier than the weekend we just had. So that is good news. Might as well just take a look at our 10-day forecast as we look at the rest of the weekend. Sunday 23, and then next week our temperatures are set to climb. High 20s. Possibly 30s as we end off July. There we are, the end of July, making it all the way to the 10-day forecast. As we get into the next month, we could start off a bit on the warmer side. Again, Overnight, limited clearing, but we will start to see the cloud break. Tomorrow, mainly sunny into the afternoon, 20 for a high, light wind, and then a few warmer days to follow after that. Overall, I'd say a pretty nice 10-day forecast coming our way.
Tearaway suit pant weather by late next week, Corey. All right, I'll be ready. Thanks very much. Good. Well, as we mentioned, it wasn't exactly beach weather this weekend, but that didn't stop these corgis from having a great time in Devon. For a dog so low to the ground, these corgis sure move fast. Corgis and their owners took to the North Saskatchewan River for a friendly competition. Organizers were looking for the fastest corgi in the city while fostering a growing corgi community.
It's hard to count dogs. We had over 400 people registered and definitely upwards of 120 corgis. And so the fun and the cuteness overload continues to grow every year.
We're scratching each other.
There was also a loudest bark competition and a costume parade. Of course, if they got a little too warm, the dogs could rest and cool off their little legs in the water. When we return, a berry good season, why berry farms are thriving around the Edmonton area.
Our opening day was one of the best opening days we've had in years.
CTV News at 5 continues.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Still ahead on CTV News at 6, Statistics Canada says alcohol sales are sliding downwards in Alberta, but the province now leads the country in cannabis sales. Plus, hear from a couple of hikers who came face to face with a grizzly in K-Country. Those stories and much more on CTV News at 6 with Jeff Hastings. Berry picking farms around the Edmonton area are preparing for a big season after lots of rain over the spring and summer. CTV's Merrick DeCash surveyed this year's crop.
Berry picking season has arrived with a bang.
Our opening day was one of the best opening days we've had in years, and maybe ever, actually.
Horse Hill Berry Farm, northeast of Edmonton, has been open for less than a week. Rows upon rows of raspberries are up for grabs.
Break in the rain and hopefully get it before the rush comes in.
This year, we've had a lot of rain, a lot of sun, like the right amount in May and June, and that's led to us having lots of berries.
Southwest of the city, Big Rock Berry Farm is now open for Saskatoon berries. Raspberries are right around the corner.
We've got probably more berries on the trees than we've ever seen right now, and the size of the berries is fantastic.
Owner Tim Dara says he expects a bustling year out on the patch.
One of the things that we usually gauge on how good the patch is how long it takes for someone to pick a pail of Saskatoons. On a good year, it's usually around 20 minutes, half an hour, and this year people are picking a pail in 10-15 minutes. So it's easy picking for them, and that just makes it, that much easier for them to come out and enjoy their time.
Back at Horse Hill Berry Farm, staff members are enjoying the uptick in business so far.
Our peak season usually isn't until the last week of July, beginning of August, so we expect to be open at least 6 weeks.
And from the sounds of it, there will be plenty of berries for the picking. Merrick DeCash, CTV News, Edmonton.
That's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Woodman. CTV News continues right now.